Hi, lollies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real MVP. So lovely. So came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share what this pan-colored woman is actually telling brown people to go back to wherever they're coming from. And she goes as far as to describe how America is always and will only meant for pan-colored people, and no matter what anyone have to do about it or say about this, that is just the truth. I'm just going to roll the clip because this actually spiked a lot of conversation and I was able to put up some stitches. I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment.
Somali viral on the internet right now. She told a kid who, by the way, when you actually look at the picture, the kid is like pretty decent sized child.
A pretty good sized what? Child. You said it yourself. Child. All of a sudden, the people who claim to care so much about children don't give a fuck about a child because he's a pretty good sized child. He's 5. He's a 5-year-old child.
He was rummaging through her bag and stealing her children's, I guess, toys or whatever out of her bag. She tells him to fuck off, essentially.
Nope, she called him the N-word hardy R. She called him a racial slur. And oh, by the way, let's just pretend like that didn't happen. It's still also not okay to tell a 5-year-old child to fuck off. And oh, by the way, she chased him across the playground, physically threatening him. And oh, by the way, it's an autistic 5-year-old child who doesn't act in neurotypical ways. But let me just say this, as a father of 5 children who has been around plenty of other children who are playing with my children, even neurotypical children will take things from other children and go through shit. It's just what children do. They're naturally curious. None of this justifies using racial slurs, cussing at children, or chasing them across the playground. You morally fucking corrupt piece of shit.
This is whites having enough of it. We're sick of being bullied in our own country.
The same woman who just justified bullying a 5-year-old child is now crying about white people being bullied in our country. Our country, our country. Motherfucker, we genocided an entire people after coming here uninvited, illegally immigrating here and then breaking the treaties and lying to the people who were already here. And then we whitewashed the history books to claim that we fucking discovered a place where people were already here, and now you call it our land when in fucking reality you're just a piece of shit.
I'm sorry, this is America. You have free speech in this country.
Oh yeah? Tell that to the people who are being detained by the Trump administration for using their fucking free speech. You only believe in free speech when it's white people who are using that free speech to fucking speak hate to other people. When Colin Kaepernick took a knee, you didn't believe in free speech then. When people are saying pro-Palestine things or free Palestine, you don't believe in free speech then. Fuck all the way off.
This is white people finally being fed up with this shit. And the fact that we have brown people trying to take away white people's rights in a white country when we have the Constitution and freedom of speech, and they come from their countries where you can be locked up for hate speech.
See, told you so. She hates brown people. And then you bring up these other countries where you can be punished for speech. You don't know fuck all about any other country because you've never been to any of them. How do I know? I've listened to you talk.
This is everything wrong with immigrants. This is everything wrong with brown people in our fucking country. And this is why we need to kick them all out. This is a white country for white people.
You're everything wrong with this country. I fucking hate you.
There's mom Shiloh Hendricks going viral on the internet right now. She told a kid who, by the way, when you actually look at the picture, the kid is like pretty decent sized child. He was rummaging through her bag and stealing her children's, I guess, toys or whatever out of her bag. She tells him to fuck off, essentially, which when you look at the video, the guy filming the video, he's a Somali, Hassan, whatever. He's a pedophile, actually. He's going to court in a little bit for raping an underage girl after offering her a place to stay. So that's your great people. And this is just like, this is whites having enough of it. We're sick of being bullied in our own country. You have this guy, he's not even from here. He's got a fucking accent. He's a convicted pedophile in a playground, in a park, so what are you doing there anyway? And now he's trying to get her life ruined. He's like, oh, this is hate speech. There will be consequences. I'm sorry, this is America. You have free speech in this country. So go and support her. She's got like a Gifts and Go up. But this is great. This is white people finally being fed up with this shit. And the fact that we have brown people trying to take away white people's rights in a white country when we have the Constitution and freedom of speech, and they come from their countries where you can be locked up for hate speech. This is just disgusting. This is everything wrong with immigrants. This is everything wrong with brown people in our fucking country. And this is why we need to kick them all out. Because they not only come to our country and rape our children, but they also come to our country and try to impose their third world religion and their third world laws on us. This is a white country for white people. These people are not welcome, and I'm glad to see people are finally standing up. So stand with her, and everybody's trying to, shit on her and spin the narrative and ruin her life. But if you can give some to her, because W Mom of the Year, and show some hate to him as well. There's a mom.
One of the most amazing things about this incident that nobody is talking about is how this is Shamik Omar, the person that this person claims recorded her at the playground that day, who everybody passed on along his criminal history, saying that he is a pedophile and yada 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 at the playground filming children. Well, according to the Hindus and Times, he caught this charge in 2023, a charge of criminal sexual misconduct. However, that very attorney's office dismissed those charges in the interest of justice. What that means is the case was found not to be true. No evidence. People are calling him a pedo due to an older case. This is according to that courtroom. He was accused of assaulting a 16-year-old girl. However, according to court documents, the accusations were dropped, and he was cleared of all accusations. And he wasn't there filming children like everyone says. He was there with his own children playing at the park. And also, it was the woman who made the claims that he was a pedo. Just FYI. One of the most...
So, I think it's going to be a minute before we're done talking about Shiloh Hendricks, the white mom who called the little black autistic 5-year-old the N-word. As of this post, Tuesday at 7:13 a.m., she has raised $699,000. She has raised $699,000 for her racist behavior. I just want to look at a couple of the donors. Okay, here we go. This user is tired of black behavior. This says, okay to be white. I honestly don't even want to say this because that's way too close, but right there. Just right out there. This one just says, white power. It's only a word. Kiss my white ass. Never apologize or back down. White lives matter. We need to come together. Also, there's quite a few donations that have 1488 or 88, and if you know anything about racism or white supremacy, those are significant numbers. 88 being H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, and 14 is the 14 words. Look it up if you don't know. But what truly boggles my mind, I mean, it all does, but this person donated $10,000 to this campaign. So we're living in a society where people are struggling to make ends meet, but you have enough pocket change to support your racist friends. Because at the end of the day, you're supporting racism. Just Point blank, period. There is no alternate scenario. There is no alternate reason. Why else would you be donating to this woman and her deplorable, despicable behavior? Why are we not fundraising for the autistic child who's going to have to go to therapy over this? It's insane to me that people are just this blatantly hateful and racist. But then again, you look at our president and he's made this kind of hate being public just A-okay. Stay safe out there, everybody.
I'm going to weigh in on the Shiloh Hendrix issue. A lot of people are going to be pissed off, but I don't care. I'm going to keep it real, okay? People are upset this woman called a child the N-word. She's claiming that the child was taking her kids' belongings. The child wouldn't stop. No one was doing anything about it. So she snatched everything, called the child an N-word, and she basically had a meltdown. And now she's getting a bunch of money donated to her. She's about to raise $1 million, and people can't believe it because she's a racist, right? Okay. Here's the bigger question. Why are so many people donating to this woman? Why are so many people in this country so supercharged about this issue? Okay? We have to be accountable in every aspect of life. Okay? We can't sit down and be a victim and say, oh, racism, racism, racism. I know that's the easiest thing to say, right? You're just racist. I could go out. I don't look white, right? I'm labeled as Caucasian, but I'm Persian, and when I go in to get a passport or a citizenship, or sorry, a driver's license, whatever, I have to label myself as Caucasian. That's what the United States says that I have to do, and that's what I do. But according to everybody else, I'm not what you would consider white. So you would think that I would face racism, right? And I probably have here and there. Some people might not like me, but the bottom line is, my culture as a whole, Persian people, we don't have a reputation of robbing, stealing, being disrespectful, being loud in restaurants, talking over people, being ignorant, right? We don't do that stuff, okay? We behave the way society expects us to behave, and in return, we're treated pretty fairly, even as people who came here as immigrants and really didn't have shit when we came here. Okay, a lot of us had absolutely nothing, lost everything, and couldn't even speak English, and came to this country and made it a home. But we abided by all the laws, all the rules, and we treated people with respect. Therefore, people treat us with respect. Now, let's talk about this certain group of people that this woman was referring to. Okay, look at the culture as a whole. All right, how much cultural issues is going on with that group of people? Do they rob a lot? Okay. Do they commit a lot of crimes? Do they commit a lot of murders? Okay. Are they usually the people that you're seeing doing things that make everybody uncomfortable or make them feel unsafe? So where is the hatred coming from is what I'm trying to ask people, okay? Do you think it's possible maybe if this group of people cleaned up their act, started to behave just like everybody else does in society, then people wouldn't generalize, that people wouldn't feel this way? Because I think that's what would happen, okay? I think something magical would happen if that could occur. But until they fix their cultural issue, okay, until they fix the mother and the parent situation in the house and start raising their kids with the same ethics and morals and values as everybody else, this racism thing isn't going to go away. That's all I got to say.
Although it may be shocking, a lot of racists genuinely believe they are good people. And here are the top 5 ways they try to convince themselves it's true. Number 1, when they're called out, instead of taking accountability for their actions, they simply blame the person who accused them. They didn't do anything wrong. In fact, the other people are being sensitive and they are a good person, so therefore they can't possibly say anything racist. Number 2, by leaning heavily into cognitive dissonance. You don't know, cognitive dissonance is when you have 2 conflicting beliefs and that creates discomfort in someone. So they have to either change one of their 2 beliefs so that they can coexist without the person feeling overwhelmed. So instead of being like, oh, I am racist, I should stop being racist, they're like, oh, actually, I am a good person and what I said wasn't racist, so that they can balance it out. Number 3, by leaning on their racist friends for validation. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. Number 4, by blaming woke culture as a whole for the reason that they have been called out because they couldn't possibly do anything wrong. It must be a societal problem. And number 5, by playing into the reverse racism myth. Not only am I not racist, but Actually, you are being racist to me as a white person because that is the real problem in society. Bye.
She has now raised $700,000 from the initial $250,000 for calling a 5-year-old the N-word. And soon she'll be at $1 million. In light of that, watch this video.
There have been studies on this. Local news overrepresents black folks as perpetrators, overrepresents white folks as victims. So the message that gets sent is they're dangerous, and specifically to you. They are not only bad people, they're going to hurt you. So therefore, we want to keep them on that side of town. We want to keep their children in those schools over there. We don't want to work around them. We don't want to live around them, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that message comes through loud and clear in the way that media represents people of color. You know, whenever we, thinking about Tamir Rice, the 12-year-old child that was shot in Cleveland by police, when that happened, what did they do? The first news story in Cleveland that made a big splash was about Tamir Rice's parents and the history of domestic abuse and criminality among his parents, not about the cop that killed him. We talk worse about black victims than we do white killers. What did we say about Ted Bundy? Oh, he was so smart and he was so quiet and he always seemed so nice. Every time one of these white boys goes and shoots up a school, what do we say? We had no idea he was going to do this. So we talk better. We have more sympathy for white folks who commit mass murder, bury bodies under the house, cook them up in a soup pot and eat them, right? Than we do black folks who were killed by police. We start digging for every bad thing they ever did. We want to know if they had a juvenile record. We want to know if they'd ever been arrested. That's what the media does. And until that changes, I'm afraid white folks will stay in denial, and it'll be very hard for us to move forward, whether we're talking about cops or just average everyday folks.
Look how well the other guy is listening and interpreting what he's saying. This is 2015. Everybody was normal 2015 and prior, and then 2016 happened and everybody lost their mind. You had someone who campaigned based off of fear and it revived. He is the media and you're being lied to. I tried to help an elderly lady who left her trunk open as she was backing out of the parking lot. I kept a safe distance away as I am a stranger, and I put like my hand up. I was on the phone with my grandma at the time. I told her to hold on, and I was pushing my car. I stopped to help her. She stops her car, keeps her window rolled up, and looks at me like this. And just stares at me for like 20 seconds. So I go to roll her window down because she had a roll down window. She rolls it down from this to this. I told her, your trunk. She said, what? I said, your trunk is open. She sees, she starts apologizing over and over again. I say, would you like me to close your trunk for you? She said, oh, could you please do that? Closed it for her. She kept apologizing. She said, I'm so sorry. God bless you. I can only imagine the household she was either brought up in or the media channels she was watching, because 80-year-old people still watch the news, that told her I am a threat to her, a young man helping his elders, because I am black and she is not black. The look of she gave me was pure hatred, by the way, for someone she doesn't even know. You never met me. But in my household, I was taught to respect and help my elders, especially the elderly. I was learning to be more forgiving towards my elders. Racism starts in the household you were brought up in, and it never actually reflects reality of the real world. Call your family members out. We need to stop this. Y'all know what to do.
Seriously, lovelies, most of them are actually too quick to talk about how the man who actually captured this pan-colored woman using the racial slur on a 5-year-old is actually a convicted felon. Like, they are so quick to talk about how he's a convicted felon without actually going through the real source, like trying to know the full story, even if they know that people who are, or the person that rules them is actually a convicted felon. Like, okay, let's just not digress those. This woman decided that she was going to use the opportunity to, back up what she has done before. I actually know this lady. She's a lady who decided to come out on a social platform. That's about last year. She came out on a social platform to use the N-word. Like, she was on live, and she was all about this traditional wife thing, and she was on live, and all of a sudden she decided to use a slur on her live. I could vividly remember this woman. I think she's no more on TikTok. She's very active right now on Instagram. So when she used a slur, and people just started to, report her to her administration. And it happens that the person she was working for was actually a black woman. Like, I think a black woman owns a company, or she's a co-owner of a company where this pan-colored woman was working, and she was all comfortably using an N-word in a live broadcast. And one thing led to the other. I think she lost the job because they said they cannot control such person. So I am not surprised. I am not really surprised if she is backing up this woman that used this said word on a 5-year-old. So I'm not surprised she's doing something like that, because she has seen her member. She has seen people like her, you know. Just like the other pan-colored lady said, she was like, most of these racist people, what they do is that when they are being called out of being racist, the only thing that they can do is to turn it around and justify the act by making you who call them a racist, or try to expose them as the villain, then them being the victim. And this is exactly what has happened on the case of this woman. This is exactly what has happened. Like, she is now making everything, making it look like she is the one that is the victim, then a 5-year-old is not. She goes as far as to talk about how, she need a place, she need a secured place for her kid. People donating almost going to 1 million for her. And in that being said, I know that some painkiller people are using that to justify what has happened between, just for people to, just for them to show that, yeah, they are in support. They are in support of all of the riots going on. And the thing is that this is not a new thing. And these guys are just looking for ways to break people that looks like me. And the thing is that nothing is going to happen. People that look like me are not going to be broken. Like, no matter how they want to rage bait, no matter how they want to do it. Like, it is so funny that people are complaining of expensive groceries. People are complaining of inflation, but people are so easy to empty their accounts just to support racists. So I'm still not surprised. I'm still not surprised because this was actually expected. What do you really expect from people that have this type of mentality? Like, they have and will never see people that looks like me as as humans. So it's in their DNA. And the thing is that, anyway, suit themselves. They can make her a millionaire all I care. So far, it's not coming from, it is just coming from their own pocket. So it is their own, that's their business. That's their business. But the thing is that I want to also use this medium to say that it's high time everyone, have to really watch each other's back, because these people, and with the present administration, people that look like me most especially really need to watch each other's back, because these guys is just, I don't know. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please, if not subscribed to this channel, do you girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, share this video, leave your thought, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.